In our morning rounds, the emerging science on how food affects your mood. Government figures show more than 16 million American adults report having a major episode of depression in the past year. Women are affected more often than men. A new field of study, nutritional psychiatry, looks at how diet can improve mental health. It could help patients shift from pharmaceuticals to food-based therapies. Our Dr. Narula is here. Good morning.
Good morning, Norah.
I could talk about this forever. I'm so fascinated by this subject. So just broadly speaking, what is nutritional psychiatry?
Well, it's the idea that maybe a psychiatrist should be asking you what was on your dinner plate last night. What did you eat for lunch? The idea that food plays an essential role in our mental health in the same way that we think about it playing a role in cardiovascular disease, in our blood sugar management, in our gastrointestinal health. John LaPook just did Sunday morning. We talked about its effects on cancer. So it's something that we don't often think about. But there has been recent research in this emerging field in the last 5 years that shows that healthier dietary patterns can reduce the risk of things like depression and anxiety.
And what's the connection?
So the brain is a highly metabolic organ. It uses a lot of energy, a lot of nutrients. It's always on. And it depends on fuel, but not just any fuel, like a car. You want to give it expensive, high-quality fuel. That means foods that have the right nutrients, the right vitamins, the right sources of protein, because these form the building blocks for the neurotransmitters in the brain, for the cellular structure of the brain, for the enzymes in the brain.
All I know is a cheeseburger always puts me in a really good mood, and I know I know you're not talking about that kind of food, unfortunately.
No, we're not.
So when you talk about healthy kind of food, other than the usual, the greens and the legumes and the avocados, what are, I like those too. What are the unexpected things that people might not think about that you think you should try?
Yeah, that's a mood booster.
That's a mood booster.
There are healthy dietary patterns. For instance, the Mediterranean diet that's been studied and shown to reduce risk of depression. But there's also specific nutrients and vitamins, things like the B vitamins, omega-3s, iron, zinc, folate, magnesium, choline. These are some other things that people can think about. Probiotics, prebiotics. And the idea is that when you eat these foods, essentially many of them can become the basis for the brain chemicals, the neurotransmitters. So serotonin, for instance, one of the main neurotransmitters in the brain, 90% of it is produced in the gastrointestinal tract. In addition, the fruits and vegetables that you eat give you antioxidants. These can be anti-inflammatory. It can boost your immune system when you get the right vitamins. So there's a lot of ways or potential pathways that these.
And there's a lot of connection, too, as you're just getting to, I can tell, it's the microbiome, gut bacteria, how important gut bacteria is. And one of the, I try and eat yogurt every morning. What are the other things that help your gut bacteria improve it?
Fermented foods, so sauerkraut, kimchi, probiotics, prebiotics, things like Brussels sprouts, onions, garlic. These things can essentially boost your body's own natural bacteria. But yes, the gut bacteria, they work as a defense layer, preventing the flow of bad toxins across that layer that can potentially get into the blood and be pro-inflammatory. They also work to help the communication in the neurons between the gut and the brain.
So can I just ask real quick, is there somebody out there now, a doctor, if you gave them your diet, they could look at everything that's in there?
There are nutritional psychiatrists, yes.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes.
Okay, you lost me at sauerkraut, but I came back with Brussels sprouts. You like
and you can
Thank you, Dr. Tara.
And you can put avocado on a cheeseburger.
Yes, you can. I've done that.
Yeah, it's good.
Seen it at Chef Jeff's.